lovely and darling viewers, it's Jen here at Check Her Joy. This time I'm reviewing Why Not Me by Mindy Kaling. I listened to the audiobook for this, which is narrated by Mindy Kaling. This is a collection of comedic essays, kind of a memoir by Mindy Kaling with just her thoughts and memories and just funny anecdotes about her life and show business and friends and just her work ethic, body image, just all of that stuff. So this is like a collection of essays and really kind of anecdotal, like they're very conversational, like she's sitting down and just talking to you, especially listening to the audiobook. Like you're just in the middle of a conversation, she's just telling you these stories. They don't necessarily follow any particular order. It's kind of, it seems a bit random in which she picked to go when. I'm sure she had a thought process, but it's not like you need to, it's not broken up into sections about like, here's body image and here's Hollywood. It's just interspersed, which was delightful to kind of go through that, and you never knew what the next story was going to be. They're also really short essays. Some of them were like 5 minutes on the audiobook and really quick. You can also just stop anytime because they're that short and come back to it later because they're not that connected, and it's fine if there's like a huge break in between listening to them, which was great because I was listening to them mostly when I was trying to fall asleep. It was entertaining enough to like keep me amused, but also not so deep that I like was contemplating the deep mysteries of life, which may not be what the author wants to hear. Anyway, my three main takeaways from this was she talked a lot about working in television and getting her foot in the door, and she became really famous doing the Mindy Project and working on The Office and like a household name. And so a lot of that is about her mentorship and how she got to that point and what she had to do to get there. She talks about the people in the office and what she learned. She started off from being really, really scared the first day and not feeling like she belonged or that she had earned it. And then as time went on and as she got more writing credits and more of her jokes ended up in the show, she felt more confident and more like she had actually earned it. And she gains confidence that way of just like, you just got to put in the work. You just got to do it. She also talks us through getting the Mindy Project greenlit and developing it, how she used the fame from The Office to like move it, how it ended up being called the Mindy Project because it was just on the title for so long that it was the Mindy Kaling Project, that they decided to just stick and make that the official title is the Mindy Project. And then I would say the next theme is just body image and how people perceive her based on how she looks. Being Indian American, being a woman of color, being female, being a size 10 and a bit chubby for television, even though in the real world, like if you meet somebody on the street who's like your dentist or your baker or the barista at the coffee shop who's a size 10, you're not going to think anything of it because that's like normal. But on camera where you can like scrutinize it more and when you're against much smaller women, then that kind of stands out more. She talks about trying to diet. This one time she did a juice cleanse and basically was starting to hallucinate. Really, really funny stuff there. Yeah, and then just how to get confidence is just kind of having to accept yourself, and some of that comes with being older, but some of that also comes from trying different things that didn't work and deciding that that is not you. So she talks about friendships. She talks about people that she works with and how a lot of them are friends, especially the people that she worked with on The Office. She talks about her very complicated relationship with BJ Novak. There is one thing in here that was absolutely hilarious, though. She relates this anecdote about them going to the theater in like a Broadway show, and he falls asleep in it, like in the front row, and he's like sleeping on the person next to him, and the person he's sleeping on is like a famous playwright. And when people come up to them at the end of the show, they like notice they're celebrities, and Mindy's like, oh, they're going to talk to us, and it's going to be about The Office, and then they just like, all these theater fans just bypass them to go talk to the writer, the theater guy. And she's like, oh, humbling. But also it's funny that just BJ just fell asleep. It's her style and her delivery that make this funny. I am not a comedian for a reason, guys. I do not have her timing. She also talks about another, like, the difference between, like, best friends and a friend who is kind of basically just an acquaintance. So she had this best friend who they used to do all this stuff together, and then Mindy got super busy working on the shows, and really not having time, that when they finally did hang out, she found out that she had just been replaced. Like, the friend had gone for a newer, younger, prettier model, like, friend who looks better. So, yeah, the fleetingness of friends. But then she has other friends that she cannot talk to for years. And then when they do see each other, they, like, immediately just jump right back in and can just hang, and it's not awkward, and it's totally fun. So, differences in friendships. She talks about college and sorority life and how she tried to fit in and it didn't quite work out. Basically, if you love Mindy Kaling's writing and you love her comedy style, if you love The Mindy Project, or if you love The Office and her character, then you should probably check out this book, and you would enjoy it also as a celebrity, like, book. It feels very authentic, especially listening to the audiobook with Mindy's delivery. Like, yeah, that's definitely her. I do not think she had a ghostwriter at all for this. She even talks about, like, writing the first book and working on this one and throwing in, like, her writing life into it. There's also, like, tiny things in here. Like, there is this alternate reality story where she imagines her life if she had not become famous and she had gone and become a high school Latin teacher, and, like, this drama with this really cranky other professor in the school who doesn't want to talk or be friends with her, and how she, like, slowly breaks him down, and it was just hysterical. Very much like the Mindy Project, but in Latin, like, but in a prep school. It was great. So I thoroughly enjoyed Why Not Me by Mindy Kaling. Hopefully I gave you a sense of what this book is like. This is not my typical book. I like books with plots. They're so much easier to explain. But if you love Mindy, you should check out her book. I ended up giving this 4 out of 5 stars. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I also just didn't feel like it was a book that, like, if I had not listened to it, I would have, like, missed anything. I would still love Mindy as a person and as a celebrity and love her work. But it was just fun to have more Mindy, I guess. I binge watched all of Mindy Project recently, guys, so, like, totally obsessed with her right now. She's a genius. It's so funny. Yeah. Basically. So let me know in the comments below if you have read Why Not Me, or if you read her first book, Is Everyone Hanging Out With Me? I haven't read the first one yet, so let me know if that's good and I should check that out. Or do you have any other recommendations of similar books I should be checking out? So, peace out. I love you guys, and keep reading. Bye!